Welcome to 7th grade history, semester 2 assessment review. Can you believe we are, goodness, almost done with the year? We've made it through a second semester and have finished the semester. So this is just a quick recording to let you know what needs to be done for the assessment. So before you begin, you need to make sure that you have checked if you have finished units 5, 6, and 7. Let me move my webcam over here a little bit so you can see that. Have you finished unit 5, 6, and 7? Check your grades tab, which is right here. Okay. You'll click on your grades tab and then you'll look at your grades. You'll want to see if you see grades in here like an A or even a B, that's awesome. Don't worry about those. If you see a grade with a 0, definitely check that out. That's a huge amount of points. Imagine adding 30 points to this score. That would bump this grade up quite a bit. Okay. And then extra credit was in unit 6. So make sure you take a look at that and complete that if you have not already done so. You do have 3 attempts on all assessments, so if you do have a low grade like this D right here, I would highly suggest going back to your content tab. You can click on this content tab here. You can scroll down to unit 6. You can click on 6.01 assessment, and you can take it from there, okay? So those do close tomorrow, April 28th, so please make sure that you have that completed by 11:30 p.m. tomorrow evening. And then unit 7, you still have a little bit of time. That does close on Tuesday, May 5th. Okay, so that would be your very first priority. If you don't have units 5, 6, and 7 done, you definitely need to start there. All right, moving on. So this is our calendar. Let me move my webcam back over there. So April, the end of April, that's this week. We are starting our semester assessment. We're going to have a class today, and then we'll have our OMS review. We're going to be reviewing in the OMS this week. We'll review today, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday will be on your own, and then you can review over the weekend. And then on Monday, May 4th, the semester assessment actually opens. You do not need to complete it then. It is not due until Friday the 8th right here, okay? So you have, oops, sorry about that. Let me go back there. You have all of this week and all of next week to complete your semester assessment study guide, okay? We're going to talk about that here in a minute. The semester assessment is actually not due until May 8th. It will not close until May 26th. So if you don't have it completed by the 8th, you'll have a 0 in the grades tab by that evening. I probably won't put zeros until this Monday, but it is due then. It will show as overdue if you have not completed it, but you have until May 26th to do any fix-ups. You do have 3 attempts, so if you need to go back and look through your notes, you definitely can do that. It does close, though, on May 26th. It will not reopen. I will not keep it open any longer than that, so make sure it is completed, preferably by May 8th. And then your final copy definitely by May 26th. It will not open after that. It's worth 300 points. That's a lot of points to lose, so make sure you do have that finished. All right. We are now ready to begin our last unit for the year. Drum roll, please. There's our drum roll, right? All right. So this is all that we have learned. Take a look at this list. Demonstrate mastery skills and the concepts taught in this semester. Demonstrate mastery of important knowledge and skills taught in previous lessons. Advances in fuels in the late 1800s. Conditions for factory workers in the early 19th century. How Russia differed from Western Europe in the 16th and 17th centuries. Advances made in the textile industry in England in the 18th century. Events of the Reign of Terror. The need for better roads in the 1700s and 1800s. And attempts to improve the roads. Describe the slave trade in Africa as existed by 1700s, transatlantic slave trade and the consequences, how Napoleon came to power, how steel led to the Second Industrial Revolution, the reasons for new imperialism, explain the roles of trade unions and methods they use to improve working conditions. I'm losing my place here. Explain the significance of the steam engine to industry, why attempts to establish republics in Latin America were less successful than in the United States. Explain why Parliament imposed taxes after 1763 and why colonists reacted as they did. Identify Adam Smith and what he was known for. Identify Alexander Graham Bell and his accomplishments. Identify Alexander I, Catherine the Great, Charles Darwin, Charles Dickens, and his impacts of his writing. Identify examples of Impressionists, Post-Impressionists, Cubists, and abstract art and their artists. Identify Fulton and his contributions to the steam-powered boats. Identify George Washington and his contributions to the Revolution. Identify Guglielmo Marconi and his accomplishments. Jefferson Davis, Abraham Lincoln, what they're known for. Identify Karl Marx and what he is known for. Key individuals in the building of the Panama Canal and their accomplishments. Identify Louis Pasteur. Describe his accomplishments. Identify major positions of the political spectrum. Identify major writers, artists, and composers of the Romantic period and kinds of works they were known for. Whew, that was a lot. We have covered so much this semester, and I am hoping when I read that, you were able to think in your mind a couple things about each topic there. At least you should have been able to, okay? And so those are things that are going to be on your study guide, but don't worry, you have a study guide to help you. You're not going to have to know all this right off the top of your head, all right? So semester review in your OMS. I'm going to move this webcam down here a little bit. We will review these lessons in class, but you must look through these lessons also. So for those of you that just come to class, make sure you're going into your OMS. Make sure you're looking at those lessons. For those of you that are not attending classes every day, it is imperative, it is required that you do look at these lessons, okay? So we'll look at those today in class as well. They are going to be due on Friday, May 1st, so make sure you have looked through them by then. Please save the study guide to your desktop, or you can print it out. I'm a pen and paper kind of person. I like to print it out and write it down. You may be more of a worker on your computer. You want to save it to your desktop and you want to write the answers, you want to type them from your computer. Doesn't matter to me, whatever works for you, whatever's best for you, totally good with me. This is what your study guide looks like. Obviously, you can't read it. It's really small. It's available to you. I'll show you where it's available to you, but you're going to answer all of these questions. You do need to do this. This is required. This is mandatory, okay? Make sure you do this. Your test is going to look exactly like this study guide. Question number 1 on your test is question number 1 on your study guide, okay? Question number 15 on your study guide is question number 15 in your test. This is your test. So you just need to use your book. It's basically an open note test. Use your book, use your notes, use your study guide, your student guide, any resource that you have available to you that we use this year. Use it to find these answers. And then once this is complete, when the semester assessment opens, you'll use this. You'll take your semester assessment. Hopefully you'll have an A and you'll be done. If you don't have an A, you'll go back to the ones you missed. You'll look back in those pages, find the correct answer, and then you'll be able to complete it from there. Okay? Let's see. So this is a little bit closer look of it. Again, these are the page numbers. So for example, at Yorktown during the Revolutionary War, this individual led the Constitutional Army, pages 362 to 364. So you'll look in your Human Odyssey book, you'll find those pages. And remember, if you can't find your Human Odyssey book, it's available to you online, okay? You just go to that content tab like I showed you at the beginning by the grades tab. Click on that content tab. It's right there. There's an online book there for you. You can look in there. If you need help with that, come to class. Stay after. I'll help you. I'll show you where it is. All right? And then you can use, your student guide. You can use any of those flipped lessons. You can use anything on the class Padlet. It's all there for you and available. You can go to old Quizlets. Okay? Lots of resources for you to use. If you're confused about any of this, if you're not sure where to find something, come to class. I'm there to help you. Okay? So what you should be doing this week, this webcam keeps getting in the way. We're going to put it over here. You need to use both class time and independent time to study for the semester assessment. It is worth 300 points, which is a lot. There are 60 questions. This may seem like a lot, but you do have the rest of the semester to work on it, like I said at the beginning of class. The semester assessment is due May 8th, but it will not close until the 26th. So get it done by the 8th, then you can do some corrections, do some fixing up, make sure your final draft is in by May 26th. Like I said, hint, hint, wink, wink. The questions look very similar to the questions on your study guide. They're in the exact order, okay? Do your study guide, find the answers, you're going to get an A on the test. The study guide is required to complete, okay? I am not going to ask for you to turn it in, but I will know if you completed it or not, because if you do not get an A or a B on this test, I will know you did not complete the study guide, okay? As I said, complete the study guide, do the work, find the answers, you will have an A on the test, all right? And then when you complete your study guide, you will be prepared for the assessment. So what I will and will not help you with. The questions on the study guide are the test questions. Therefore, I will not give the answers. So don't come to class. Don't email me and say, Mrs. Edgar, can you tell me the answer to question number 5? Can you tell me the answer to question number 7? I'm going to tell you no. If I were to tell you yes and give you the answer, that would be like me taking the test for you. I won't do that. But what I will do is if you come to the class and say, or send me an email and say, hey, Mrs. Edgar, I'm really having a hard time finding the answer to question number 5. Can you, look on those pages and kind of maybe help me out a little bit? This is what I've read. This is what I can find. I'm not sure that I'm finding, where I can look for the answer. I will absolutely help you with that. Most likely, your best bet is to come to class. It's going to be much easier for me to help you in class than it will be on an email or on a phone call. So make sure you are coming to class, make sure you are attending, and that way, I can help you. That's the easiest way to help you. All right. So we'll be having kind of a review over the OMS this week. Next week, we'll be doing kind of some fun things, and then I'll be there to answer questions as well. Okay. And as always, I always stay after class. So make sure if you have questions, you are there, you are asking. Okay, so this is the slide that I'm going to show during class. I will file transfer the study guide out to you, but you could also find it on your lesson. It's in Unit 8. You can find it on the Padlet. You can find your class plan. You can find it in announcements. It's posted everywhere. So you'll be able to find the study guide. Make sure you download it, type on it, or print it out and, write with pencil and paper, whatever's easiest for you, whichever you would prefer to do. All right, let me move my came back up here. There we go. All right. So if you're not sure where to find some things, remember, always look on your schedule. Your schedule is posted every day. You can go in there, you click on it, you see what you have to do for the day. It will be there. Okay. So make sure that you are studying hard. Make sure you're working hard. I know that you can get an A on this. You just have to put the effort forth. Okay. I'm here to help you. I would like to see you have an A on this. There's really no reason that you can't if you're coming to class and asking questions and doing what you need to do. Okay. So that's all I have for you. Good luck. Have fun reviewing all those awesome history concepts that we have gone over this year. Just a quick reminder, the semester test opens May 4th. It is due May 8th. It closes May 26th, and the last day of school is May 29th. We are almost a month away from the last day of school. Okay. So, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll see you in class this week and next, and we're looking forward to a good couple of weeks. All right. Thanks, guys, for joining me. Have a great day, everybody.